Today is September 26, 2016, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Pat Garner.
And Pat, where are we today?
We are at Wayne Memorial Hospital.
Wayne Memorial Hospital. WayneHealth.org is their website. Wayne Memorial Hospital, a part of the UNC healthcare system. And here we are on an overcast day, and it is going to be Monday all day. So be prepared for that. You just never know about Mondays.
It's true.
It's true. Okay. Lots of stuff going on around the Wayne County area. This is the week that the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair gets underway. And Wallace Simmons is going to be one of our guests today. Wallace is with the 4-H. And for the fair, he and Summer Young, who's also with 4-H, Wallace Simmons and Summer Young, they are the directors of the youth department at the Wayne Regional Fair. And today we'll hear from Wallace, and he's going to tell us about how youth can become part of the fair and perhaps even win dollars and dollar amounts and stuff like that. And that's always good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. See what else we have here. Oh boy, I'm looking forward to this. The Wayne County Industry Celebration covers the entire month of October. And on Thursday, every Thursday they'll be doing something. Thursday, October 6th, we will be at the Forklift Rodeo. Yee-haw. I know, it does sound amazing, doesn't it? A forklift rodeo will be held at the Advanced Manufacturing Center on South John Street and Dixie Trail. Used to be Busman. The Advanced Manufacturing Center will be the host of the location of the forklift rodeo beginning at 4 p.m., going till 6 p.m. We'll be videotaping that too.
That would be interesting.
That will be interesting. Okay. The following, and that's on October 6th, and then on the 13th they'll have their golf tournament at Walnut Creek, and then on the 20th they'll have their Industry Appreciation Luncheon, and then Industry Tours on the 27th. But the big one starting off the month will be October 6th, the big rodeo thing, forklift rodeo at the Advanced Manufacturing Center, South John Street, Dixie Trail. That's right there at what used to be Busman. Okay? All right, what else do we have here?
Got it. Board of Elections is still looking precinct officials to work the November election.
Are they?
Yes.
So what do they do?
They can contact the Board of Elections at 731-1411.
Mm-hmm. Can you go to WayneVotes.org?
I think you have to call them.
Probably have to call for that one. They
Yes.
need precinct officials, right?
Yes.
And you know they're always needing volunteers, I would think. So 919-731-1411 and talk to whoever answers the phone there, right? State of the Military is coming up. This is October. This is
Wednesday.
Day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Wednesday, the 28th. Beginning at 11 o'clock at the Goldsboro Event Center on South Slocum Street. RSVP is required. You call Linda at the Wayne County Chamber, and that number 919-734-2241, 734-2241. The State of the Military is a Military Affairs Committee event where the 4th Fighter Wing Commander, the 916th Air Refueling Wing Commander, and the Chairman of the Military Affairs Committee will all be there to brief the community on the state of the base and of issues of concern and of their achievements. Again, September 28th, that's the day after tomorrow. That is Wednesday at the Goldsboro Event Center on South Slocum Street. Used to be Goldsboro Country Club. And it's sponsored by tons of good people here. Franklin Baking Company, Daniels & Daniels, Sam's Club, First Citizens Bank, Corvius Military Living, and a whole bunch of other people, including the Wayne County Chamber. All right, that's that. What else do we have?
Don't forget, this morning at 8 o'clock, 8:30, it's the NCDOT signage meeting at the Goldsboro.
Is that today?
Yes.
That's today. I forgot all about that. Thank you for that. Do you remember where that's going to be?
At the Goldsboro Event Center.
At the Goldsboro Event Center. Thank you very much. That's on South Slocum Street. Used to be the Goldsboro Country Club. Look at that. They printed all this stuff upside down. Okay. Got a blood drive for you. This is coming up in Dudley on October 1. That's this Saturday, beginning at 9 a.m. at Mays Chapel Church on Highway 117. Highway 117 alternate. Mays Chapel Church this Saturday at 9 a.m. In Goldsboro on the 2nd at Sunday at 12:30, right after church lets out at Providence United Methodist. And I forget the name of the road that's on.
Providence Church Road.
Oh, yeah. That's on Providence Church Road. And that's Providence United Methodist Church this Sunday, 12:30. They're going to be taking your blood. And then on the 10th at Eastern Wayne High School from 8:30 a.m. until 1, Eastern Wayne High School, and that's on New Hope Road. Okay? We having fun?
Sure.
Okay. Then on October 5th, the Military Order of Purple Heart will meet at 10:30. That's 10:30. At the DAV office on East Mulberry Street in downtown Goldsboro. That's at 212 East Mulberry Street. That's the DAV office. Military Order of Purple Heart will be meeting October 5th, which is a 4 Tuesday. And then on the 6th, the next day, Wednesday, the Marine Corps League will be meeting at 7 o'clock at the location of 2973 Highway 117 South, which is the American Legion Post 11 building. They're on the left, just below the fairgrounds. Okay?
Also, there's another one on the 6th.
Oh, is there?
Yes.
Thank you. Homeless veterans stand down at Herman Park, 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. This is a stand down for homeless veterans at Herman Park, 9 till 2 on October 6th, which is next Tuesday. Yeah, it is next Tuesday. Because the 1st is this Saturday. Get so confused. Okay? Okay, we did that. Kids Fest was last Saturday rather, and I hope everybody enjoyed that and had a good time with it. The watershed cleanup coming up this Saturday as well. Helping to rid watersheds of trash. Now, watershed, you have to know the definition of that. Doesn't mean you're going to be walking along the banks of the river. Although the rivers and the waters need cleaning up around the Wayne County area, the watershed covers a lot of area. Clean up to rid watersheds of trash this Saturday, 9 till 1. Call Barbara Byers now at 919-731-1527. Of course, if you're watching the 7 o'clock version of this program, she's not going to be there at 7 o'clock, but wait until 8 at least. Barbara Byers, B-Y-E-R-S. Her email, barbara.byers@waynegov.com. waynegov.com. Barbara Byers. Call her. It's 919-731-1527. Ready?
Ready.
Here we go. We're going to go to our first interview. This is Wallace Simmons of the 4-H'ers here in Wayne County. He's the director there, an agent there, and he's going to be talking about the fair, okay, coming up the starting Thursday of this week. All right, we'll be back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Today we're talking with 4-H agent Wallace Simmons. And Wallace, with the 4-H, man, I'll tell you what, that reeks of Wayne County Fair. I love it. That's wonderful. The fair and 4-H go hand in hand. They mean so much to each other.
Yes, 4-H has been really involved in all the fairs, from particularly the Wayne Regional Fair. This is the 68th year, and we've been involved in it for lots of years. And we actually run the youth department at the county fair, which is great because we have the opportunity to bring in all these exhibits and see the work that the young people have done in the county over the years. So it makes it really good, and it's a really good partnership that we really enjoy doing. And the youth have a lot of opportunities in the fair this year to enter stuff, win a lot of money, and show off their hard work.
Well, let's take just a moment here, and I want to set the record here straight about what some misconceptions some people may have. You said you run the youth department. But now let me explain. All right. Some people have the idea that the county owns and runs the fair, or that the Cooperative Extension Service owns and operates the fair, but that's actually the Wayne County Livestock Development Association.
Exactly.
Owns and operates the Wayne Regional Fair.
Exactly.
But the Cooperative Extension is instrumental in having a successful fair because it is a county fair.
It is.
In the truest sense of the word. And the county's not involved other than supporting and helping with and working at the county fair.
Exactly, and we have a fair manager out there. They do everything for it. They support the 4-H greatly.
Oh, yeah.
Our program assistant, Summer Young, and myself are the directors of the youth department out there, and we spend a lot of time out there. 4-H has an interactive booth out there that the younger kids can come and participate in, so it makes it really good. And then we'll also be taking in the entries, like I said earlier, so it makes it really good.
Competition is keen, and it really gets serious. And you want to see some great work by our 4-H'ers. Tell me, what is the age of parameters of a 4-H'er?
Well, 4-H is from 5 to 19.
5 to 19 years.
And Usually under the age of 9, they're non-competitive unless we do something like we do at the county fair, which is kind of unique. We do what's called the Danish system of judging. That means
I enjoy a good Danish now and then.
Yes, it's true. But so do I.
Okay.
You can probably tell.
No.
But the Danish system for judging means that we're not having a first, second, and third. They're all based on the quality of the work that they bring in. So they will get a red, white, or blue ribbon based on their quality of the work they put in. And we have judges out there as they bring in stuff that judges each of the things that they bring in, and they get a different prize for each of the color ribbon that they are awarded for there. So they can actually win a lot of money at the county fair.
Wow.
And it's not just open to 4-H'ers. You know, even though 4-H does a lot of the taking in the entries, it's open to every youth in the county, which makes it great.
So you don't have to belong to 4-H?
You don't have to belong to the 4-H.
Or any organization.
Or any organization. You can just have done something that you're really proud of, and you want to bring and exhibit it to the county to see. We take real good care of it. There's security out there at the fair. And then as people come in, they get to see what you've done. And then there's great awards. And sometimes some of the things are chosen to go on to the state fair from there. We do choose something from the youth department if you have something that's really good. So we want quality stuff to come into the fair.
Oh yeah.
A couple of rules though: you have to be between the age of 5 and 19, and you have to have completed it or finished or done it within the past year. It can't be something you've done over years, unless it's a collection of something that you've been collecting for a lot of years. But even in collections, we like to see you add something to it during that year.
Okay, so it has to be within the past year.
Exactly.
Between the ages of 5 and 19, unless it's a collection thing, and then that's accepted. Especially if you add something to it.
Exactly.
All right. So the fair begins on September 29th. So Wallace, how do youth enter their exhibit into the fair?
Well, they bring it at the same time, or they can send it with a parent. And they enter at the same time that the others take it in. There's 2 opportunities that they'll have after they see this that they'll be bringing in. One is Wednesday from 4 to 8.
Okay.
And then Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m. So there'll be plenty of time to enter things this week coming up.
Good.
And so they can bring things in. They can enter them in the fair. The parents can bring in the exhibits of the young people, or the young people can bring their own stuff in and get it entered. They just have to bring it to the youth department. They'll actually get their number there's one station set up where they'll get their number, but after they get their number, they bring it over to the youth department and enter. So,
where's the youth department at the fair?
Well, there's a youth barn out there. It used to be, it's right in front of where they do the Western, it's right behind where they do the Western gunfight.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Most people know where that is.
Yeah, everybody knows where that is.
So,
and then it's behind that.
It's behind that. It's the same building, actually.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's where they come out
is.
of. So it looks like it looks like the saloon. So it's in there, and that's what has been turned into the youth building. So it's a great place. And the interactive booth.
Isn't that where they have the swine show and where they have where the youth have their sale each year?
Each year, and they do that.
It's in the same place.
But they're cleaning it all out,
Right.
and they get it ready for us to bring in all of the youth exhibits.
It's a livestock show and sale. They have that each year in that building.
In that
so
building.
It's the same building.
Same building is where they have that. It'll be they'll take all the shavings out and get it ready for the young people to come in and bring their exhibits in.
Okay.
Now our interactive booth is a different spot. It's over in the white tent.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be to the left of that. So if you come for that portion of it.
All right. Now this is they can bring their exhibits in on Wednesday from 4 until 8 p.m.
That's on September the 28th.
On the 28th. And then the next day the fair begins, so they have to get them in early between 8 and 10 a.m.
Yes, and then we'll get them displayed and judged before the fair opens that afternoon. So we'll just bring them in and we'll be ready for you.
Oh, boy, that sounds like a lot of fun. Now, you said these youngsters can actually win money for these prizes.
Exactly.
Prizes for their exhibits.
Yeah, if for first place in the blue ribbon, you get $1.50. For our red ribbon, it's $1.25, and $1 for the white ribbons that they receive. And they can actually win a lot of money if they bring in a lot of exhibits. If they're really crafty or they really have done a lot of work or have a lot of collections, bring it in, display it.
So they can enter more than one. In fact, I would think people do.
They do, and we have some that enter several, and they can win several dollars for their work.
Now, before we got started here, we looked through the catalog, and there's about 19 different departments in the youth division. And within each department, there's a lot of sub-departments. So
Exactly.
they can win a lot of money if they enter a lot of if they win, of course.
Yeah,
They have
if
to
they win.
you know.
Well, and they'll win a first, second, or third because, like I said, it's the Danish system where they'll judged on the quality of the work that they're bringing in. But they'll win a first, second, or third. It's not like the adults where if you bring something in, a lot of the adults won't win anything. You'll just have your first, second, third overall.
Right.
Whereas the youth department, because we're not judging against each other, they're judged against what they've done compared to a standard.
Oh, okay. So if compared to a standard, so there may be more than one blue ribbon.
Exactly.
There's more than one blue ribbon in the youth department.
Exactly. In each of the categories.
In each of the categories.
If they qualify.
If they qualify. They have
Exactly.
to be
Has to
really,
be-
really
they
good.
have to be good.
They have to really be good. All right. So this begins on the 29th, and the fair runs for 10 days. When are the prizes awarded and the blue ribbons awarded?
Well, the blue ribbons will be put on before the fair opens.
Before the fair opens.
And everybody will get to see what they've won. But the awards will can be picked up the Sunday following the county fair. Once they pick up their exhibits, they'll have checks ready. And for those who are not able to get the checks during that time, they'll be mailed out to them because they'll take those in when they enter their information when they get ready to enter their displays.
Man, I'll tell you, the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair is a major, major event here in Wayne County.
It is.
It is, and there's so much work that goes into it, and the volunteerism is just amazing to me. And the staff out there at the fairgrounds, they just do a wonderful job out
They
there.
do. They are really supportive of the whole county, and it brings in a lot of stuff, and it's a regional fair, so we have activities that bring in youth and people from all around our region, and it's been real successful, and it has been. Last year we had a lot of rain, so we're hoping to avoid some of that and have a really good fair this year. And
well, give me an idea of some of the departments here and the sub-departments that we might be looking at.
some of these, we have like food conservation, and if you look down through there, we have several different categories. And then with prepared foods, this is a lot of your baked goods and your breads and cupcakes and things like that. And then it goes in, there's several of those. And then we have clothing for those who are making garments and doing things like that. Anything from coats, blouses, aprons, so it doesn't have to be something you're wearing. It could be an apron or pillows or something like that. Or just needlework fits into a lot of your cross-stitching and stuff, quilting and things like that. And like I said, there's 19 of this, so we have a lot. We have crafts, which a lot of people are doing crafts. They do crafts in some of the school works, or they're doing it in some of their summer camping programs that they've done. They can bring those in and display those. Artwork, which we have a lot of artists in the county. We have some of probably the best artwork that you'll see in any fair, really, when you look at that. Photography, antiques, collections. We have corn, cotton, small grains, and our fruits and vegetables. We have all of those things right there. So we have a lot of different stuff. If you're growing things and have a garden, you can enter a lot of the things from your garden into these things.
This is great.
And then you go all the way into your plants and ornamentals, and then some of the collections, your antique bottles and stuff like that, they're divided out. So it's totally separate. It kind of follows along with the adult categories, but it also is more directed at the youth.
That is just great. Well, we've been talking with Wallace Simmons, the director and the agent of the 4-H here at the Cooperative Extension Service. Wallace, we appreciate it. We'll see you at the fair.
All right. Look forward to it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
This is Wayne Goldsboro Television. We are back on this Monday morning. Thank you. And by the way, Happy New Week, if I didn't mention that before. It's a brand new week. We get to start all over again. Maybe this time I'll get it right. So anyway, the end of this week, on the 29th, this Thursday, the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair starts, as you heard Wallace mention there just a moment ago. Now, downtown Goldsboro, woo, are we proud? Again, named a semifinalist for the National Revitalization Award. Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation thing. Nonprofit that works to bolster and revitalize the city's downtown district's been named one of 10 semifinalists for the 2017 National Main Street Center's Great American Main Street Award. Again. I won't go through the entire announcement. That's big enough right there. But some of the others that have been named, okay, we're one here in Goldsboro, but the Berlin, Maryland, the Czech Village of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, the Main Street in Chillicothe, Ohio, and Chillicothe, Missouri, Uptown Columbus, Georgia, Renaissance Covington of Covington, Kentucky, Los Alamos Main Street in Los Alamos, New Mexico, Oretha Castle Haley Boulevard Main Street in New Orleans, New Orleans. Also the Wausau River District in Wausau, Wisconsin, and the Westchester Business Improvement District in Westchester, PA, and then of course downtown Goldsboro and Goldsboro, North Carolina, USA, here on Earth. And those are the 10 who are the semifinalists for the National Revitalization Award. Congratulations there, DGDC. Christy Thompson will be teaching some fun classes this fall, including, backed by popular demand, starting in November. Students will bring a printed 8x10 black and white and a color photo of their favorite pet. These are pet portraits. And you'll create from those pictures an 11 by 14 painting. Now it has to be an 8x10 black and white or an 8x10 color, and an 8x10 color. Create an 11 by 14 painting. You'll be able to pick your style, realistic or pop art. And you can register by calling the Arts Council of Wayne County, ACWC. Call the Arts Council of Wayne County, 919-736-3300. And this is going to be at a cost of $65, and that will include all supplies. And this will be on November 1, November 8, and November 15th, but you need to register right now, 736-3300. You can call and register now. And don't forget, you'll need an 8x10 black and white and an 8x10 color and to get that painting done. What's that?
Goldsboro
yes,
Park.
I'm done. Go ahead. What is that?
Don't throw that paper on the floor, on the ground.
Okay.
Goldsboro Parks and Recs has an OBX cabin retreat that will be held November 12th through the 14th.
That's Outer Banks.
It's $50 per person.
That's the Outer Banks.
Yeah.
$50?
$50 per person.
Whoa.
Great Island Cabin Camp is located on South Core Banks within beautiful Cape Lookout National Seashore, just off the mainland of North Carolina.
That is great.
Yeah. You can contact Parks and Recs at 919-739-7449, and transportation is included.
Wow. So that's November 12th, 13th, and 14th for only $50 per person. A cabin retreat on the Outer Banks.
Yes.
Wow. Campers must provide their own linens, bedding, cookware, food, and food storage. Also coolers, first aid supplies, and anything else you may need during your stay. Transportation included. How about that? What's that? Is that their phone number?
Yes.
To get information? Or to go ahead and register?
Contact Goldsboro Parks and Recs at 919-739-7449.
739-7449. Very good.
It doesn't say anything about restoration, but
It doesn't say anything about registration?
No, but I would contact them.
Well, I would think you'd have to. What in the world? What is that?
Now we have Beaver Moon Ride.
Beaver Moon, what?
Beaver Moon Ride.
Beaver Moon Ride.
Yeah,
okay.
It will take place Saturday, November the 19th from 3 to 6 p.m. at Stony Creek North. There is a $15 restoration fee. The shirt is included, and you can contact Goldsboro Parks and Recs at 919-739-7480.
Saturday, November 19th. So you got plenty of time for you and your beaver to get together and get ready for this Beaver Moon Ride, right?
Yes. They will have music, What's the Deal food truck, beverages sponsored by R.A. Jeffries, and a guided trail rides.
Wow. That's neat.
Yeah. Grab your friend and go, Wayne.
What's special about today?
What's special?
I ask you first. Let's see. Here's what's
Wayne is special.
Okay. The 26th of the month of September is Johnny Appleseed Day. Of course, he's a legend, and I don't know if there really was a Johnny Appleseed, but it's fun to think about that. He's a fellow who threw out apple seeds walking across the Midwestern part of our nation back in the long time ago's years. Johnny Appleseed Day. It's also National Dumpling Day. I like dumplings. It's also Shamu the Whale Day. You remember Shamu the Whale? He was either at, where was
SeaWorld.
he? SeaWorld, that's what I meant to say. He was at SeaWorld. Today is, for some reason, Situational Awareness Day. I have no idea. Just take it and run with it. Here's today's trivia question. The category for today's trivia question is, what's the category? It's, superstitions. Thank you. She remembered. Superstitions is our category for the day. In some parts of Europe, when you give this to someone, it has to be in odd numbers. When you give this to someone, it has to be odd numbers, or it would be considered unlucky. Except you can't give them the number, you can't give them 13 of them. You cannot give 13 of them. Any other odd number will work just fine. Either if you gave an even number, it would be bad luck, or if you gave 13 of them, it would be bad luck. So what is it in parts of Europe that if you gave somebody something, a gift that is, you'd have to give them at least an odd number of them, or it would be bad luck? That's the trivia question for today. I will have the answer for you in the next segment of the program, which is up next on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Our guest today is a friend of mine by the name of Eddie Pitzer. And man, it's so good to see you, Eddie. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Wayne. So glad to be here.
Eddie is the manager of the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair, owned and operated by the Wayne County Livestock Development Association. Sir, how are you?
Well, we're getting excited, Wayne.
It's another year.
It's another year, and I tell you what, it rolls by fast.
It does go by fast. Now, when do you actually start working on this, on each year's fair?
Well, actually, we get that question quite a bit, but actually, we've already started talking about things we're going to do next year.
Next year.
Yeah. So we're in the planning process all the time, looking at things that we might want to change up and do different, and how we might tweak it again next year.
Well, I must say, you certainly do something right, because every year the Wayne Regional Fair wins awards, just so many, and I know you did this year as well.
Yeah. We are, and through the North Carolina Association of Agriculture Fairs, we've been recognized as one of the leading fairs in the state. But it takes a lot of people to go in and put that fair together, and it takes a lot of involvement from the community. And we've got some great partners with the Cooperative Extension Service and with the Wayne County Public Schools that get all of the activities that we have going on, such as the spelling bee that you're involved with.
Yes, and have been for many years.
Many years, yeah.
And I'm still upset with Bill Bennett for putting me in that situation, but that's okay. I have fun doing it.
Well, we keep coming back every year after it.
I'm gonna get you, Bill. Yeah, we do it every year.
Yeah.
I have a lot of fun doing that, and that's on the first Tuesday night. But it's a 10-day fair.
It's a 10-day fair, and it starts September 29th, which is next Thursday. Of course, we're going to be starting this weekend with what we're calling the early bird registration for people that would like to enter something into the fair, whether it's a clothing item, or maybe you've got an antique, or maybe you've got some photography, those type of things. Now, we're not taking anything perishable, like flower show or baked goods, prepared food, or any of that. But we will be taking those in on Wednesday in the evening from 4 to 8 of next week, the 28th. And then on Thursday morning from 8 to 10, we'll be taking in items also.
Okay.
So we'll get them in time, get everything arranged to get it judged, and be ready to open Thursday afternoon at 4 o'clock.
So when the fair opens Thursday afternoon, the 29th at 4 o'clock, and the judges are there, when does the judging take place?
The judging actually starts to take place right there around noon on
that
Thursday.
Day?
On that day.
All right.
Yeah, get the ribbons on and open the gates and invite people to come and enjoy it.
Oh, man, that's so exciting. Everybody loves the fair.
Well, fairs are about fun, Wayne.
Fairs are about fun.
Fairs about kids come out, but we try and have something for everybody at the fair.
Yeah.
And, of course, we've got a good lineup of entertainment this year that'll be coming. We've got the Canines in Flight, which is the dock diving dogs. They do a lot of Frisbee treats. And
the what diving dog?
Dock diving dogs.
The dock diving dogs.
Yeah, they'll actually be jumping out and catching a Frisbee and landing in the water.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So they put on and all of them are rescue dogs.
Are they?
Yep, they're rescue dogs, and they do a great job out there. And put on a really good show.
Man,
so
that
we'll
sounds
have them.
great.
Yep.
Well, what else we got that's new this
Well,
year?
we've got Motorcycle Madness that'll be in the grandstand on Sunday night, Monday, and Tuesday night.
Okay.
And of course, it's a thrill show. Some high flying motorcycles.
Oh, man.
They hit the ramp and go up into the air and then come right back down. So it's going to
I
be.
hope they do.
Yeah, I hope they do too.
I hope they come back
And
down.
I hope I'm not asked to ride on one. So, but we've also got Josh and Leah, the Las Vegas Style Magic Act, coming back. They're actually a repeat. We've had a lot of
Yeah, I
requests for
remember
them.
them.
They
They were
put on
great.
well, and I watch it several nights, and I still haven't been able to figure out how he does some of those acts. But they
man.
put on a tremendous show out there.
yeah.
It's a really good show to come see.
All right. There's always a lot going on at the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair, but something I wanted to ask you this. Now, everybody loves a fair, including the North Carolina State Fair. But now, how does a state fair differ from a local agriculture fair? What's the difference?
Well, actually, you know, a good example is we will do like a best of show of the entries that are entered into our fair. And of those best of shows that we have, we make a selection and we carry it to the state fair where it competes on the state level. So, but at the state fair, you've got a lot of people from all across the state that come in and exhibit items and participate in the fair. And you know, fairs are about having kids and having livestock shows. So a lot of the showmanship circuits that'll be participating at local fairs, whether it's in Wayne County, Wilson County, wherever, Pitt County, all of those kids participate in the local fairs, and then they end up at the state fair for what you might say the final show.
So it's just like a local fair on steroids. It's just a bigger.
It's bigger, and it kind of, the activities at the local level contribute to the state level.
So how do the rides at the fair differ from the state fair and our local fair? What's different about those?
Well, actually, the only difference, Powers Great American Midway comes in and provides our midway.
Right.
And actually, when they leave Goldsboro, they go to the state fair.
So they're the same ride.
They're the same rides, exactly.
Oh, okay. So we're really...
We're fortunate to have Powers. They put on a tremendous show. They're one of the better midways as far as having new equipment and new rides coming in. They've got
you know, let me ask you a question now about safety.
Yep.
Now, I know the state gets involved with inspections, but
Department
now
of Labor.
But now the state fair had some issues with rides here last year before last, didn't they?
They did, but it really came down to an individual operator
So it
that
was
didn't
not
do
Powers.
his job. It was not Powers. It was an independent contractor in there, and actually it came down to the operator that bypassed a safety switch that was on there. And as you know, he was convicted of that.
Yes.
Yes. So a sort of a black eye for the industry
Yeah.
by one individual on that.
So we can be assured that the rides here at the Wayne Fair are safe.
Well, I tell you, when Powers comes into North Carolina, he's already been to 2 other fairs before he comes to Wayne County. And at each one of those fairs, he's inspected by the Department of Labor. And they go through the inspection process as those rides are being assembled and before they're given a permit to operate. So those rides in North Carolina alone have been inspected for the 3rd time when they arrive at our fair.
Wow.
So they're constantly being looked at and inspected on it. So, you know, we have a good safety record.
Oh, yeah.
And Powers takes a lot of pride in their safety record for it.
Well, these are local guys, aren't they?
Yes, they're based out of Wilmington, sure are. They live right here in North Carolina,
they-
and they
well,
have
they-
their winter quarters in Whiteville.
In
Sure do.
Whiteville, okay.
Yep, and in the winter quarters, they pull those rides in, go through them, repaint them, refurbish them, have them ready for the next season when they go out.
Well, no wonder they're so good at what they do. They're local.
They're local.
That's right.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
old
North
boy.
Carolina. Yep, yep.
All right. Well, now let me ask you this: what about cleanliness? Everybody's concerned about about hands being clean, and washing, and about being around those animals out there. Now, tell me about the cleanliness. What do you do?
Well, you know, we try and do the best job we can as far as providing wash stations. And as you walk around, if you go into the livestock barn, there's a wash station as you go in.
Right.
If you come out of the livestock barn, there's a wash station when you come out.
Yep.
We have them anywhere that we have animals. We have wash stations. Right. And we provide that to make sure that anybody that feels like they need to cleanse their hands, there's a wash station easily accessible.
And I know the restrooms, there are several places there, and those are clean.
Yes.
You-
Well, I
you
mean,
take
yes,
a lot of pride.
We take a lot of pride.
I know you do.
I mean, when you come to our fair, you're our guest, and we want to make sure you're treated right and have a good time.
That's a good way to put it right
Yep.
there. And I didn't mean to put a damper on this, but people are asking these questions. This
Yeah.
is important
Yeah.
to know how clean our Wayne Regional Fair is,
Yeah.
and the care that's taken to make sure that our guests
Yeah.
are taken care of.
Yeah.
And everybody should enjoy the fair and be assured that it is safe, it is
Yeah.
clean,
Yeah.
and and like you said, the fair is fun.
The fair's about fun. We want people to be happy when they come. We do. We work closely with the Sheriff Larry Pierce.
Oh, yeah.
And putting together a security program. They are on top of it. They've
They
already
are.
had some meetings as to discussions as to what we're going to do in case of an emergency out there. So we're lucky to have the Wayne County Sheriff's Department working so closely with us and providing that security that we need.
And man, they do a great job every year out
They
there.
do. They have a daunting task.
They do. And
With
you know
them.
what? I have seen these guys at work, these ladies and gentlemen of our sheriff's office at work out there, and they are very polite to the guests. They're very cordial. They're very helpful.
Very
If somebody
professional.
gets lost, if there's a lost child, they know
Yep.
exactly what to do,
Yep.
and they're friends of the fair.
That's right. Yep. There's another thing we're doing this year, Wayne, might want to tell our guest about, and that is we are selling discount tickets, advanced discount tickets.
Really?
Yep. You can either go online at waynefair.com and go to eTix and purchase those tickets, or you can go to your local Walgreens and purchase those tickets
Really?
right at the counter. Yep. And if you'll bring those to the fair, you can purchase your admission tickets for $5, or you can purchase a Good Any Day Carnival wristband for $20.
Oh, okay.
So the wristband prices through the week are $25 if you buy them at the fair,
Right.
and $30 on Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
So if you buy the Any Day wristband at Walgreens, you could save up to $10 if you're coming on the weekend for the fair.
So what does that get you, though?
That gets you the Carnival wristband,
Yeah.
where you can ride all of the rides as long as we're open on that one day.
Whoa. And that's any day the fair is open.
Any day of the
Any
fair.
of the 10 days.
That's right, correct.
That whole day you can ride any ride.
Yep. There is one ride that they have called Speed that is a spectacular ride, and it does require 3 extra individual tickets along with the wristband.
What kind of ride is that?
One that me and you are not
No,
going
I'm
to get
not.
on. But
No,
I can
look,
hear
you know-
see, it goes every which way but loose.
Is that right? Okay, well I'm not going to be riding that one. I mean,
I'm not either.
I'm not going to be riding. I mean, I love speed and all
yeah.
that, but I want to be on the
Yeah.
ground when I'm
Yeah.
doing it, you know.
But there is a new ride coming, the gondola, that is a newly purchased ride,
Oh.
like a Ferris wheel, but it's 108 feet tall.
Whoa.
108 feet tall.
That's right
That-
at 11 stories.
That's right, at 11
I
stories.
thought it was 10, but
Yep.
it's more than that.
Yeah, but it's going to be a spectacular ride with the LED light show that they have going on, and then of course just being that high up and the view that you'll have looking over the rest of the fairgrounds when you're up there. So now that's
Well,
one
what
you and
about
I
this,
can ride.
This look behind us here. You see on the monitor over there? That's up pretty high.
That is another ride that he has. I think it's about 80-some feet tall,
And this one's going to be taller than that.
108 feet tall. It's
Oh,
a brand
baby.
new ride. This first time it'll be set up in North Carolina, and it'll be leaving here, and it will be at the state fair also.
Wow.
So we're the only 2 fairs in the state that'll have this ride this year.
Man.
So looking forward to seeing that.
what's it called?
We call it the gondola.
The gondola, okay.
Yep,
It's a big one.
it's a big one.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a nice one.
All
We'll
right.
ride it one.
I'll look at it.
We'll ride
I'll
it.
take a, no, I don't think. Oh, we can ride that one.
We can ride
We're
that
not going to
one.
ride speed.
Not gonna ride speed.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
No.
That's fine.
No. No.
Okay. Eddie, this is great. It starts on October 29th. And runs for-
Nope. September 29th.
I meant September 29th.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
show up on October 29th. Nobody will be there. But September 29th.
Runs to October
and runs
8th.
for 10 days up until October 8th.
Yep, sure does. And
Every day.
yeah, during the weekdays we open at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Saturday we open at 11. Sunday we open at 1.
All right, what about all the food now? Everybody loves fair food. Now, there's going to be a lot of the
Well, we have
along
a
the
lot
midway.
always we have a lot
Yeah.
of different food on the midway that comes with it, and everything you can get that's been deep fried.
Oh,
You know, the deep
There's a
fried
lot
Oreos.
of local places as
But
well.
there is a lot of locals, and when you come in there, the local community has the permanent food concessions in
Some of
there.
the fire departments,
Fire
like
departments,
Oakland
and the Grange,
and,
yeah, and you got Marmac and
Yeah.
Emmis Church and Pleasant Grove and Nahana.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that's where
all of them.
that's where the food's really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I support those people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're local folks.
They're local folks, and
That's right.
and you know that money goes right back into the community. They use it to help with their different activities that they have in those buildings.
Yeah, and don't forget the Master Gardeners.
Master Gardener's doing an excellent job working with us. They've got the garden area over there, and it's looking really good.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they've got the flower garden.
Yeah.
And then they have their booth there that they can, if you have any questions about problems you're having, there'll be people on staff right there just to answer any questions that you might have.
That's right. You know, I love the Wayne Regional Fair because it's one of the best in the state, and they have the awards and the recognition to back that up. And Mr. Eddie Pitzer is the manager out there. You have an amazing staff. Every year, these guys just outdo themselves every year.
You know, we have people that have been working with us for years and years, and they keep coming back and doing such a great job. And like I say, it takes so many people in the community to come out and be a part of it. You know, to have, and that's what makes us a great fair is involvement.
That's right. The walkways are paved. It's just it's clean, it's fun, and everybody has a good time. Everybody loves the Wayne Regional Fair. And our friend Eddie Pitzer, I thank you very much for being with us.
Wayne, thank you for having me.
All right,
look
sir.
forward to seeing you.
You know, we could talk for hours about the fair, couldn't we?
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, we'll just go out there and talk. Okay. All right, thank you.
That sounds good. Thank
All
you.
right.
Come see us.
This is Wayne Goldsboro Television on a Monday, and I hope you're doing well today. Quick reminder that stuff's going on all over the place. Also, Skywarn has teamed up with Wayne Community College for training of storm spotters. Now, if you're really into weather, this is perfect for you. On Wednesday of this week at 12:30, they will begin a class. It's only a couple hours long at Moffett Auditorium. A program, Skywarn, as you know, is a program that saves lives and property through the use of observations and reports of trained volunteers integrated with modern National Weather Service technology. You will learn how to identify hazardous weather conditions. You will learn how to report that information to the National Weather Service, plus you learn how to stay safe. They will not encourage anyone ever to stand in harm's way when reporting on weather. Storm spotter training begins at 12:30 at Wayne Community College in Moffett Auditorium on September 28th, and it is free of charge. All you got to do is go. You don't even have to register. Just show up. That's all you got to do. It's free and open to the public. Pre-registration not required. The training will be conducted by a National Weather Service Raleigh meteorologist. It's sponsored by the Wayne Community College Safety Committee as a National Preparedness Month activity. There you go. And if you have any questions about that, don't worry about it. Just go to the meeting. That's all you got to do is knuckle down, buckle down, do it, do it, do it. I don't know where that came from. Also coming up, oh yeah.
You need your glasses?
No. Oh, here it is. Also coming up very soon is called a Big Brush and Palette Knife Painting event with Christy Thompson. She's an artist. And this will be taking place at the Arts Council of Wayne County's facility at 102 North John Street in Goldsboro, corner of North John and Walnut. And it all begins at 6 p.m. on October 6th, October 18th, and October 25th. 3 Tuesdays, 3 in a row. Students will bring their supplies. You'll need a 16 by 20 canvas, a cookie sheet, and bring your own tube paint. And if you have any questions about this, you can go online to artsinwayne.org, artsinwayne.org. Have any questions also, you can call 919-736-3300, 919-736-3300. The Arts Council of Wayne County, Big Brush and Palette Knife Painting with Christy Thompson at the Arts Council of Wayne County. Let's see, we've got Sunday in the Park. Oh boy. This is free with live music, local art, a scavenger hunt, the Kiwanis Train. Did you ever try to train a Kiwanian? Can't be done. Kiwanis Train, poetry readings featuring the Wayne County Reads Passionate for Poetry Festival with performances by Alan Wolfe and Donald Thompson. This all is going to be happening in a 4-hour span at Herman Park. At Herman Park on October the 2nd. That's a Sunday. That's this Sunday. This Sunday. Sunday in the park, at Herman Park, and everything there is free unless you have to pay for something. Then it's not. But I don't think anything. They're going to have all this stuff that I just mentioned is free. That's right. October 2nd, 1 to 5 p.m. That's important. p.m. Okay. What else do we have here? We did that, didn't we?
I think you covered it all,
Is that
Wayne.
it? Is that everything?
I think you have talked about it all.
Time now for the answer to our trivia question for today. Superstition was a category, and for those interested and curious, well, I thought it was a pretty good question, and it's a pretty good answer, too. The question was, in some parts of Europe, if you give this, then you have to give it in odd numbers. An odd number of these items. You have to give odd. Otherwise, it's unlucky. You can't do it. All except the number 13. You can't do 13, and you can't do even numbers. What is the answer to the question? The answer is flowers. If you give flowers to anybody in Eastern Europe, in some parts of Eastern Europe, you give flowers, they have to be an odd number. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and furthermore, and beyond that point, too. Is that it?
That's it.
That's it. We got to go. We got to run. Got to get out of here. Got to vamoose. Got to scoot. Got to boogie. We'll be back again tomorrow morning around 7 in the a.m. And again, the show will repeat at noon and then again at 5:30 p.m. So join us at 1 or all of those times for that matter. Anyway, until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Pat Garner.
And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television.